Welcome to the Art and Architecture Walk and your self-guided tour. Today we're featuring two people who are heavy contributors to the arts for 30 years in New York City, also big contributors in the Bay Area, as well as Vallejo. This is 930 Marin Street, where Cleven Goodie-Goudeau had a studio, and his wife Jeanette was the arts instigator. It was the McCree-Goudeau Gallery. Goodie is a greeting card pioneer. Goodie designed his cards 25 years preceding Mahogany. Jeanette was the first black woman to sell national numbers of contemporary black greeting cards across the country. She's also a historic figure.
Hi. we're moving along. You know, we've been here since 8:30, but we have trouble getting racks or grids or all these wonderful things. But I think it's come together and we're just about ready.
Cartooning is a good vehicle. Depends on how you use it.
Satchel Paige said, keep running, don't look back, somebody might be following you.
That's you.
Well, this is the man that I tried to follow in my career. And just for the audience to know, I'm a cartoonist also. And I got my start in 1953 at Naval Supply Center, Oakland. And Morrie was my mentor. He was the guy I looked up to, even though I'm taller than him, but I looked up to him. I must say that he's accumulated so many accolades, I hardly know what to say about you, but just happy birthday, man.
You know what to say.
Yeah.
But don't
Yeah.
say it.
Yeah. Well, Morrie and I, we were members of the Northern California Cartoons and Humor Association back in the day. And I think he and I were the only two Afros among the group during that time. And I've spent quite a bit of time as Morrie doing cartoons and things of that sort. But I must say that this man is a great tribute to Oakland. And I just want to say to him that I appreciate who you are and what you've accomplished with your career. It really inspired me. And I'm still keeping the faith, and I'm still keeping on. Happy birthday, Morrie. I'd just like the audience to know that this is the first time I've seen Morrie in 30 years. So this is quite an occasion for me. And I just want to go over and give him a big hug. Hey, man. Love you, man.
Love you.
You made it. This is a big okay, man. Yeah. This is for you. And you got to over and read it to him.
Oops,
Yeah.
don't cough for
All
that.
right.
Yeah, okay. Go that way.
I'd just like the audience to know this is my lovely wife, Jeanette Goudeau. I would not be standing here as a cartoonist if it wasn't for her.
I'm really happy to be with you tonight. At my age, I'm happy to be anywhere. I heard once a guy said that he had known he was going to live this long, he was going to take better care of himself. I understand that. I really understand. And I had a little talk with my doctor today. He said that you're 80 years old now. I want you to come into the office tomorrow. So we gotta do a little examination. We want to check this. They want to check your urine. And we want to check your stool. So you come on in the office. I said, it won't be necessary, doctor. I'll just give you my shorts.
She was everywhere with him throughout his life and career. She was a mentor as well. A lot of folks at the time knew who he was because they received greeting cards with black images that they didn't have to color with a brown crayon. Usually they got a white card and did that. Goodie was published since 1951. She's his chief promoter. Morrie's cartoon strip didn't come out till 1965, but he was earlier than Goodie at making cartoons and being paid for them. It was through him that Goodie realized he could have a career as a cartoonist. Listen to Be Heard was a place of poetry and art, and they hosted a one-man show for Goodie outside of the gallery. He showed everywhere. He showed in Richmond, San Francisco, many places, and he did cartoons with children as well as Jeanette, working with the children. A lot of these artists are gone.
Wonderful crowd tonight. A lot of people that are really true friends to us, and we just needed to let them know that Goodie's up and well enough to do all this wonderful work, and we brought it way down in price because they're prints. If you want an original, you still
down in price.
So, yes, well, they're prints. So they're 75, 35, and 45.
But if he signs them, we charge twice.
Yes. And here's the catch. You have to come to the studio next weekend while we're having open studios and look at the originals.
Now I'm one of the people of Vallejo.
That's right.
And I love living here, and the people are nice to me, and they've really accepted my art, and I appreciate it very much. I'm very thankful and grateful that they know something good.
Can you copy that for me? I gotta have my name on my picture if you're gonna draw it for me. Did you put my glasses on?
We're going out to the Solano County Fair the last 2 weeks in July, and they've designated a Goodie Day all day long, July 22nd.
So come out and say hello to Goodie.
Yeah.
Currently, I'm a professor at Berkeley College in White Plains, so I'm very much concerned about education as well as my artistic endeavors. We work together at the Institute for Youth, IYE, Institute of Youth Entrepreneurship, and I still mentor the same kids presently, 3 gentlemen that I did, when we actually worked together. So I want to be active throughout the course of their life, so I'm committed to being a mentor, being a friend, and in 2 of the cases, fraternity brothers. So it's just great to see people grow. When Goodie started, it was the same thing. We are rebels, but we do it in a way that's not necessarily threatening. We do it because we do what we do well, and because we do it so well, people take notice. And I think that's what was significant in his day, and I think that's what I'm committed to doing now. I don't think there would be a world that would echo or resound a voice of artistic freedom, I would say of peace and of justice, and a strong spiritual component without people of color. The first designer who created the shoe was a man of color. The lasting machine was a man of color. So if anything, I'm moving in purpose. I believe that when you go to indigenous places, though they may be labeled, quote unquote, as poverty stricken, that's where creativity thrives. Traditionally, throughout the years, people of color have survived on shoestring budgets and had the greatest impact, as we see today, in fashion trends, even in art. It's the way we move. You know, it's the revolution of the Afro. It's the tilt of the sister's hips and her expressions that seem, oh, don't do that, but then yet you see it in other races. I think that people of color, we create the world. I think that black is the dominant.
After Goodie passed, life didn't stop for Jeanette. She didn't drop a beat. She went right on to doing other things like running for school board, which she should have gotten. This is the building today. It's now Ethnic Notions Bookstore. Goodie would be elated to find out that so many lovely books are in there, for adults and children. She was with him throughout his life, had his babies, worked on his business, promoted him until her very end. In fact, here she is at the African American Museum and Library in Oakland, surrendering some of his work to the archives. And they already had some.
And then this is a photo we have of him that ran in the Oakland Post newspaper.
Right. Oh, yeah.
And then this was also in the Oakland Post as well. This
Right.
was the original that I guess ran in the newspaper that we had, since we have the Oakland Post archive.
Right.
Yeah, the original came here afterwards.
Okay.
So, yeah.
We were, let's see, we were still here in Oakland before in East.
No, the one that the Oakland Post now.
Yeah.
The African American paper.
Okay. Right. Well, it was the Oakland Post. It was
It's
not
still
an
called the
African-
Oakland Post.
But it
No,
wasn't a
it's-
black paper then. Right.
No, but it's still, now it is.
Yes.
Yeah. Sort of.
It was sort of
What do you think, Jeanette?
great.
Good.
I love it.
No.
Could it possibly be? No?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, no, I know.
Everybody have a circle
I
head.
forgot his dimples. I forgot his dimples. That's what it was.
No.
I forgot his dimples.
What's your name?
Okay. Mia. Huh?
Spell it.
A.
A-M-E-I-A.
Let's get back to what we can do.